Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. Well, today's story is not about grammar, but funny words. So please buckle up, sit comfortably, listen carefully, and learn with me. I add the funny words or phrases that are called idioms. Americans love idioms, and believe me, they use them all the time. So if you're a foreigner, it can be a bit tough to understand sometimes when Americans start talking, and especially when they're talking quickly. So let's take a look at idioms. By the definition, an idiom is a group of words or phrase that cannot be translated word for word. Well, its meaning is usually not literate, but figurative. So if we try to translate it, we will get some total nonsense. Let's look at some of the examples that we have here. The first one, it's raining cats and dogs. The second one is break a leg. Number 3, piece of cake. And 4, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Now, please, can you just imagine falling cats and dogs out of the sky? That's a pretty funny picture, isn't it? Or if I'm telling you break a leg, that's kind of rude. However, break a leg, which simply means good luck. So in this video, we're going to explore a few idioms that talk about memory. But believe me, English has many different idioms. So the first one is to have a memory like a goldfish. Well, the true meaning is that the person who has a memory as a goldfish has a bad memory. And on the contrary, a goldfish do not have bad memory. Actually, they have a very good memory. So where does this idiom come from? Well, hopefully we can do some exploration later. Okay, number 2 on my list is slipped my mind. The meaning of this idiom is that someone forgets something. Well, it slipped my mind that we had a dinner today. I really forgot about that. This is how simple it is. What did you forget about today? What did slip your mind today? Can you tell me? The next one on our list is jog someone's memory, which it means to remind someone of something. For example, this picture isn't jogging my memory. Or can you please jog my memory and tell me where did we take this one? Well, let's move to the next one. The next idiom on our list is off the top of my head, and I have to tell you, I use it very often, especially when my students ask me, teacher, can you tell me this or can you tell me that? And my answer usually is like this. I don't remember off the top of my head. I need to check it. So that's how you actually use it. Basically, the meaning is I cannot find this spontaneously. I cannot think of it right on the spot, and I need to check the information that you're asking me for. So I hope you can use it too. Try it. This idiom is to refresh someone's memory. And the meaning of it is to remind someone of something. If you look at this cartoon, it's actually kind of cool because it says, refresh my memory, Miss Lockhart. Who am I? So basically, we just have to tell someone or remind someone of what they wanted to know before. Pretty simple and pretty cool. Ring a bell. And it has nothing to do with ringing a doorbell, believe me. Basically, the meaning of it is something looks familiar, something sounds familiar, and very often is used as a question. So we can say, does it ring a bell? Do you recall it? Do you remember? Another example, his name rings a bell, but I cannot think where I know him from. To have memory like a sieve means to have a really bad memory. But where does it come from? Look at the tool at the picture. So a sieve is a kitchen utensil made out of metal and some mesh, and it's used to strain liquid or flour or maybe powdered sugar. So basically everything goes through that thing, right? So if we will say she has a memory like a sieve and she never remembers where she put her keys on, that's how you use it. I hope you can do it now. If my memory serves me right, is used usually when we correctly remember something and when we are actually confident that the information is true and we actually remember it. So, if my memory serves me right, we did this exercise many times before, so you should remember it. To have a memory like elephant, that's definitely a compliment. And we can say it to someone who's got an excellent memory, who can remember things very well and for a very long time. And this phrase comes from an observation of elephants because they are just an incredible animals. For example, the elephants can recall where to find water, and actually they can lead their herd, their group, to the source of that water. They also remember paths and how to get to places. So that makes them very special. So definitely, if you tell someone you have a memory like an elephant, you just gave him a compliment. The last idiom today is walk down memory lane. I'm sure you've heard it many times, and its meaning is really to think about past experience, to take a mental trip, mental journey through some significant moments in your life and just kind of remember them. So, to believe me or not, I really like to take a walk down my memory lane and look at the old photographs and think of old times. And I'm sure you like those moments as well. And this is pretty much the end of our lesson today. Well, to recap what we did, we definitely learned some idioms that are related to the memory, sometimes good and sometimes bad. Hopefully, you got to remember some of it, and hopefully, you get to use some of it. Our next part about idioms will introduce you to different idioms. Perhaps those that you've never used, perhaps those you already know. But we do use it, we do enjoy it. So if you liked our class, please follow us, like us, and share. And you know what? Happy English learning, and see you next time.